The U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill to suspend the $31.4 trillion debt ceiling today, with support from both the Democrats and the Republicans. In doing so, the House overcame major opposition led by hardline conservatives and avoided from defaulting. Calling the agreement a good news for the Americans, Biden urged the Senate to pass the bill quickly so that he could sign it into law. The bill is seen as a compromise between Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, as the measure drew opposition from 71 hardline Republicans who wanted deeper spending cuts and more stringent reforms. Former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence is set to enter the 2024 presidential election race next week. Pence served as the second in command during Donald Trump's tenure and has increasingly distanced himself from the former Republican president since his election defeat in 2020. However, Pence has continued to embrace many of Trump's policies while projecting himself as well-balanced and a consensus-oriented alternative. Pence has also appealed more directly to the evangelical Christian community, spending significant time in recent months touring mega churches across the country. U.S. President Joe Biden has approved a new military aid package for Ukraine, which is estimated to be up to $300 million. The package also includes additional munitions for drones, along with a set of other weapons. The new package is set to boost Ukraine's air defense capabilities to fend off Russia's air assaults on Kyiv. According to reports, the new package includes munitions for Patriot missile batteries and high-mobility artillery rocket systems, as well as Avenger and Stinger air defense systems, mine-clearing equipment, anti-armor rounds, unguided Zuni aircraft rockets, night vision goggles, and about 30 million rounds of small arms ammunition and an undisclosed amount of other artillery rounds. The Russian Defense Ministry has stated that the Ukrainian Navy's landing ship was destroyed in its strike on Odesa harbor. Ukrainian officials had reported a Russian attack on Odesa port causing fire, but didn't elaborate upon the damages. The Russian Defense Ministry has claimed that the ship was the last Ukrainian Navy ship that remained in service. However, their claim couldn't be independently verified. While speaking at a press conference dedicated to International Children's Day, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky claimed that at least 483 children have been killed during the course of Russia's invasion. Zelensky also emphasized that thousands of Ukrainian children were kidnapped, separated from their families, and illegally deported to Russia. Zelensky further added that Russia's full-scale invasion has uprooted millions of children from their homes and turned many into orphans. Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki met his Russian counterpart President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on Wednesday. During his visit to the Russian capital, Putin said that the two nations should pay attention to the development of trade and economic ties between both parties. In March 2022, Eritrea was one of the 5 countries to vote against the United Nations resolution condemning Russia's military operation in Ukraine.
The global order, which is on the cusp of radical transformation phenomenon.
The German government has instructed Russia to close 4 out of 5 consulates in Germany. This move is seen as a retaliation after Moscow set a limit on the number of staff at the German embassy and other related bodies in Russia. The move reflects a new low in relations between Moscow and Berlin since Russia's attack on Ukraine in February 2022. German Foreign Ministry spokesperson has expressed the intention to create a parity of personnel and structures between the two countries. French President Emmanuel Macron has warned against a stalemated conflict in Ukraine that would sanctify Russia's territorial gains. Speaking at the GlobeSec Forum on Wednesday, Macron said time will be on Russia's side if Ukraine's allies settle for a ceasefire rather than a comprehensive peace deal. He said that a stalemate would mean war again tomorrow or the day after tomorrow and would weaken everyone. NATO is holding a two-day foreign ministers meeting in Norway. The Norwegian king welcomed NATO foreign ministers to the royal palace in Oslo. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg is chairing the meeting and he also met the king. NATO is optimistic about Sweden's membership before the July summit. Sudan's army has suspended talks with rival paramilitary force over the ceasefire and aid access, raising fears that the now 6-week-old conflict will push Africa's third-largest country deeper into a humanitarian crisis. The armed forces accuse the paramilitary of lacking commitment in implementing any terms of the agreement and continuously violating the ceasefire. The United Nations says that the conflict has killed hundreds of people and displaced millions. Ahmed Abu al-Ghei, the Secretary General of the Arab League, welcomed the Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Shtayyeh at the Arab League headquarters in Cairo on Wednesday. Shtayyeh is the head of the high-level Palestinian delegation on a 3-day visit to Egypt. In a statement issued by its media office, the official spokesperson for the League's Secretary General said that the meeting is to find ways to follow up the outcome of the Jeddah summit on the Palestinian issue.